This is Corey, the Uper Linen Lady, with another episode of What's Sold on my selling platforms, which are eBay, Poshmark, Etsy, and Mercari. Now, sales were up. On eBay, it shows that they are 12.2% up from the last 31 days. But I have had some amazing sales on Etsy as well. So, when I show you all the eBay screen, that does not total, of course, my Etsy sales, Mercari, or Poshmark sales. This is just eBay, which is my main platform. However, the other platforms are wonderful as well. And without these, I could not make a viable income. So yeah, if you're wondering if you should cross-post to other platforms, my opinion is yes, you absolutely should. So I have some great things to show you all today. Let's get started. And the first one I'm going to show you, here we go. And the first one I'm going to show you is this Pioneer Women's Window Valance. Now I believe I got this from looks like I got it from my local Salvation Army or St. Vincent de Paul's. This did sell for the full asking price of $16.99. I bought this for $2.65 and my net profit means after shipping, after my any promoted listings fees, and after regular eBay fees and my cost of goods, that I net $13.60. So not a huge sale, but I wanted to open this up to show you all that I get many sales like this and they all add up. And valances and curtains are very easy to store and ship. So I had this valance for 4 months. Now, this is an interesting piece that I was surprised that it sold quickly. This is a watchmaker shop. It's, just your regular Christmas house. And if you see the title here, this is a Walmart brand, everybody. So Walmart sells just as much as other brands. This was originally listed for $22.99. I did take a best offer of $20. Now I bought this for 75 cents. I bought this in a lot at an estate sale of just Christmas stuff. It was a full tote and everything came out to 75 cents. My net profit was $19.86. I had this for 2 months. And just remember, Christmas does sell all the time. So list it. If you find Christmas houses even like this and you can get it for a good price, definitely buy it and definitely list it, because this, like I said, only sold in 2 months. So yeah, not too bad. And this did not come with any original box. There's the Walmart sticker right there. Now this was a very good sale. I was very excited about this sale. I picked up this Nortaki Royal Orchard set. I don't have just the bowls. I also have plates. I think a serving bowl, some salad plates or dessert plates. So I picked up a lot of these plates, bulk, they're all together at my local Goodwill. And I did take a best offer for $72. I thought that was fair. So yeah, these are Royal Orchard bowls. Now these were produced, I believe, in the early 2000s. So these are just at that vintage point right now. These are Prima China. And I did, so when I totaled everything up, I paid a certain amount for this Nortaki Royal Orchard set. So each lot is costing me $7.68. My net profit on this was $53.44, and I only had these for a month. And I will tell everybody that when I get these sets, I do lot them out, where I'll put all the bowls together, all the dinner plates together, all the dessert salad plates together, etc., etc., etc. And this is what I'll usually do. And usually the bowls do sell first. So it's every time it seems like that's the case. It's kind of funny. So then we have this neat wooden bowl set. Now the big salad bowl is a munising, it's mahogany, and then the other smaller bowls just listed they were from Haiti. But they all matched, so I just threw it together. I made sure I put that in my listing description, that not all of these bowls were listed as munising. And that's very important. That way people know. But this was a very attractive set. This did sell for best offer $49. I have this for 5 months, so that's why I took that offer. I bought this at my local, probably St. Vincent de Paul's for $4.24, and my net profit was $43.40. Now here's just a neat little linen, and linens, all kinds of linens sell, everybody. This is just a bread warmer towel. That's all this is. I put down it was vintage, it was embroidered. So this actually sold on a best offer of $19.98. I did get this at an auction lot haul. So I won some lots at an online auction. This was in one of the groups. Now this auction ran me a little high, so this was $5.18. Each lot was $5.18, so yeah, high. And my net profit was $12.35, and I did have this for a year. However, like I said before, these are very easy to ship, easy to store, and that's why I love selling linens, because just something so simple can sell for about $20. And then we have this antique knife set. So these are antique Crown SP company knives. These were made in the 1800s, set of 6, very neat. And I'm trying to think where I got these, everybody. I probably got this at an estate sale. These are probably mixed with some other flatware in a box or at a yard sale. So I did take a best offer of $30.99 for these, and it says I bought these for $6.03. So that's why I'm saying I bought these in a lot, and each lot cost me $6.03. That's how it averaged out. And my net profit was $30.48, and I had this for a year. Now I saw these, this was at like an estate clearance sale. It was just in this big garage, and this estate company was just selling off some of its rejects. But even if they think these are rejects, I saw these and I said, well, these will sell. I mean, they're very, very, iconic. They're plastic and metal, and they have, the plastic is an amber color. And I just thought, wow, these are really, really cool, and you don't see a lot like this. So I bought these for $3, and that's all I saw at that sale. I mean, everything else had been picked through. Of course, the estate company picked the best for themselves. I mean, that's the way it works, right? So yeah, I bought these for $3. These did sell for a full asking price of $30.99. My net profit was $27.73, and I did have these pulls for 6 months, but these are very easy to store as well, very small. And then I had these men's True Religion shorts that sold, which, you know what, it's spring, everybody, so it really makes sense that these did sell. I bought these for $3.70 at a local thrift store, probably my St. Vinny's here in town where I live. These sold on a best offer of $35. My net profit was $31.95, and I did have these for a little bit. I had these for 11 months. But yeah, you have to make sure that the True Religions are real, because there are a lot of fakes. And you just know by the stitching, the tags, how they're marked. And True Religion does sell. There are buyers who really look for this brand. So then we have a vintage Noritake Progression Homecoming Serving Bowl. Very Thanksgiving-like. So that's why I put that in the description. I mean, they do have pineapples there, but just looking at, you know, the brown bird, I don't know, it just reminded me of fall harvest and Thanksgiving. So let's see, I sold this for $36.99 full asking price. I bought this for $6.36, I believe, at my local Salvation Army store. And my net profit was $27.95, and I had this for 6 months. But yeah, really nice Noritake bowl. And, you know, I've been looking at Noritake more and more, and I did record a video of buying Noritake. Noritake has so many beautiful patterns. I would definitely say if you ever see Noritake in the thrift stores or estate sales, wherever you are treasure hunting, definitely do a comp. Run a comp on them because you may be pleasantly surprised. Okay, then we have this beautiful woman's Eli Tahari trench coat. And I thought this coat would sell right away. I mean, it has a really pretty color, that coral. It's Tahari, which is a great brand. However, this took 4 years to sell, everybody. Now, maybe it's the way I had the keywords. Maybe I should have had Tahari and just omitted the Eli and put woman's in the title, just not at the first word. That could have been it right there. Or maybe no one was really looking for that color. Or it could have been the price. So we have a few factors that could have delayed the sale on this. I bought this for $7.95, probably at my local Goodwill. This did sell on a best offer for $36. My net profit was $26 on this trench coat. And then we have some great vintage curtains that sold. Now, these curtains are really cool. I mean, they have that pastel watercolor look. I definitely put down lotus flower. So these sold, everybody, for a best offer of $39.98. So yeah, I did take a best offer on these because I did have them for 10 months. I bought these for $4 and my net profit was $33.22. Not too shabby for a set of curtains. Now this is my last sale on eBay that I'm going to show you all. These are some fairy matted pictures. They're just some cute little fairy pictures I picked up for $5 at a local estate sale. These actually sold on a best offer of $37. So my net profit was $29.63, and I had these for 10 months. But yeah, these were just some really cute fairies. I thought these were really cool pictures. So yeah, and these were very easy to ship as well. They did not have glass, you know, as a protector over the pictures, but even if there was glass, these would be easy to sell and ship. So, okay, everyone, we're getting into Etsy right now. So the first sale I'm going to show you, okay, the first 2 sales, I should say, are napkins. Just embroidered napkins. We have a set of 3 right here. They're embroidered. Then we have, oops, let me just put this down a little bit. There we go. We have some 4 applique napkins with a little floral design on it. Now these sold to the same person. So these were $24.99, free shipping, because on Etsy and Mercari I have free shipping on everything. And these sold for $18.99. So same person, okay. Now these napkins I bought in a lot at an estate sale. So they came out to 42 cents. The other napkins with the applique, I bought them for $3, probably at an estate sale as well. My net profit for these on screen were $14.43. My net profit on the applique napkins, and I'll show them again here, was $17.45. So my net profit from these 2 sales right here with just these cloth napkins was $31.88. That is amazing. You know, you all, even if you find napkins, I know a lot of you may pass these up with estate sales, or if you see them on auction lots, you know, and I usually find these at estate sales. And what'll happen is the estate companies will lot all these linens up together. You know, there'll be like a basket or a box of just, you know, here's an embroidered napkin here, there's a different embroidery napkin there, and they sell. They will sell. Now, these took one napkin set in my inventory for 9 months, or one set, and then the other set for 8 months. So not that long. Not that long at all. But yeah, pick up napkins, pick up the little things, pick up the doilies, the bread warmers, pick up the things, the linens that you think, my gosh, who would even buy this? Because if they're photographed right and they're priced right, they will sell. I promise you. So, okay, I'll get off of that little soapbox. Here we have a really cute Y2K Winnie the Pooh robe. Now, I saw this and I thought it was adorable. I bought it for $2.50 at my local Goodwill. And, you know, it's just back in the early 2000s. I remember this well. Pooh was really, really popular. Here's the tag. So this sold for $45.99, free shipping. I bought it for $2.50. My net profit was $32.25, and I only had this for 3 months. So not that bad. Okay, then we have this teddy bear. Okay, so this was Harrods because it has Harrods. Let's see, it has the tag. There we go. And then you have the Harrods on the paw there, 1995. This teddy bear was in immaculate condition. Okay, very, very cute. So this buyer paid $46.99 for him. I bought him for $5.30 at my local Salvation Army store. And my net profit was $19.52, and I had this teddy for 6 months. And okay, guys, it's about to get good, I promise you. Next, we have this Pooh Splash and Bubble Treehouse bath toy. Okay, so I had the original box, and here we go. There's the original box, and it's the main toy itself. However, there was no figures to this toy, so no figures, and I think one piece of the treehouse was missing. This is what it looks like. However, it's still sold for $59.98. Now, I have a friend who lives about 3 hours from me, and she sources for me when she gets the time. So I just picked up a lot from her, and each lot cost me $2.27. That's what it averaged out with what I paid her. And with the shipping and cost of goods and my selling fees, I net $41.55 from this toy, and I had it for a month. I thought that was a really amazing sale, and I was really excited to see that she had found this. All right, this is the sale of the month, everybody. I was so happy to sell this clock. Now, I had initially bought this clock. I mean, it's a beautiful clock. It's a Westminster mantle clock, you know, and it has the chime. So when it goes to the hour, of course, it plays this beautiful chime music. You know, it's 19 by 15. Now, I went to this estate sale back in 2023. It was in May, and this person, they bought a lot of QVC products. And they had so many Department 56. Oh, and she also loved the Royal Albert Old Country Roses pattern. And she had all the plates and just beautiful, beautiful things. So if I could go back at the last day of the sale, I would have just bought the whole entire house out. That's how good these things were. But then I picked and I said, oh, well, I don't know. And so if you all ever come to an estate sale like that. If y'all ever get to the point where you go to some kind of sale and you see this treasure, I mean, all these things that this woman had were so pristine and just, they were in new condition. So anyway, I went there twice because one day, Saturday, everything is full price. Sunday, the estate company marks everything half price. So I did not buy this clock the first day. It was $25, okay? And maybe this is how cheap I am. I don't know, but I do like my cost of goods pretty low. So I ended up paying $12.50 for this clock because I picked it up on Sunday. So it did sell. It sold. Actually, it sold on a discount, so it didn't sell for the entire $299. It sold for $269.99. However, my net profit is $180.76, and I had this for a year and a half. Now, I had to ship this. I had to package it very, very carefully. So that means a lot of time went into the shipping, but I will ship things like this every single day if I can make this kind of profit. So anyway, there's my story about the clock. Let me know if you like my story or if I go about it too long, because, you know, I can do that too. So anyway, now here is a beautiful, this is another great sale, by the way. This is a beautiful vintage king size bed skirt. Okay, so it has this beautiful crochet knit ivory, and there's 3 layers to this dust ruffle here. So let's see. So see, here's 3 layers. This is just absolutely gorgeous. And it has the old-fashioned, you know, like quilted, old-fashioned quilting. That's what I'm going to say it as. And yeah, here's the skirt, the dust ruffle part. Isn't that gorgeous? So I had picked this up from my local Salvation Army, I think like 2 years ago, but I actually used it on my bed because I loved it so much. But it didn't actually fit on my bed. It was a little bit too big, and there were many, you know, times where it would just get caught, and I'm thinking, you know what, I'm going to rip this, and I'm just going to go ahead and sell it. I can get a bed skirt that'll fit my actual bed. Now this bed skirt did have a little bit of discoloration right here, as you can see, but that was it was very, very minor. This sold very quickly. This sold pretty much in about a week when I listed it. So I can't remember how much I bought it for. It wasn't that much. It might have been like maybe $6. It did sell for full asking price of $135.99, and my net profit was $106.74. There we go. That's easier to say. But yeah, everyone, if you see these old-fashioned, like Victorian bed skirts, absolutely buy them. I mean, they are bulky. They really, really are. This I had to put into, I have a tote that has a lot of quilts in it. Actually, I have 2 totes. And they do get bulky, and they will take up space, but for me, it is totally worth it. So yes, those were some of my best sales on Etsy. Now I want to show you all my Poshmark sales. And y'all, I wanted to show you this because it's only sold for $12, but this is just a simple doily. Just a simple doily. I got this at an estate sale with all these other linens. So this was just something extra I threw in. You know, I said, well, maybe someone will buy this. And you know what? They did. So I really didn't have any money going into this because, like I said, it was in this huge lot. I wasn't sure if I was going to sell this. Then I said, why not? So this sold for $12 on Poshmark. I net $9.05 from this, and it sat for 4 months. So not terrible, not terrible at all. I will take $9 for something like this every single day. And then we have this simple table runner. This is something else that my friend sourced for me. Just a simple table runner, just modern, not vintage, unbranded. There's no tag on it. And yeah, it sold for $17. My cost of goods on this was $2.27. My profit was $11.33, and I only had this for a month. Very simple, very easy. And then we have these Party Light Omnia candle holders. Now I've just recorded a Party Light research video just because I was very surprised that these sold for $28. I acquired these from an online estate sale, right? So an online, well, it's online auctions, I should say. And this was in a lot. I wasn't even looking at these candle holders that were in the lot. I wanted some other pieces that were in this lot. This was just an extra listing for me. And it sold for $28. All the lots on this online auction came out to $2.61, and my net profit was $19.79. I think this was a really great sale, especially for something with party light. However, I would say definitely look at my video on party light, because you will be surprised at some of the prices you'll see for party light. And we all see party light at the thrift stores, right? I know you do. So, okay, this sat for 8 months, everybody. So we're going to go into Mercari now. Now I'm going to show you the pictures here on eBay, just because Mercari always puts a strip across their pictures, and it just bothers me when I show you all what I sell. So this is just it's like a wall hanging or a throw blanket, vintage country goose or duck. And my friend sourced this for me. So this was $2.27 I was in for. This sold on Mercari, which was free shipping, for 55 cents. My net profit on this beautiful quilt was $33.95, and I had this for a month. So yeah, this was really, really cute and easy to ship. So why not? And I will say, a lot of people do look for the, like the 1980s duck or goose decor. It is pretty popular right now. It's actually trending. So keep your eye out for that. Okay, so the last sale I'm going to show you today are just some simple shams. This is another item that my friend sourced for me. So it's $2.27 cost of goods. And these are just some simple shams, but they were very like cottagecore. They had a country vibe. There's no tags in them. A little bit of fading, not terrible though. So we have the gingham and the lilacs. So on Mercari, I took a best offer of $25. I said, why not? Quick sale. My net profit was $10.66. Easy to ship. These sold in 3 weeks. So, okay, everyone, let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video.